And Jack McClendon and Burgermeister behind the camera. We're at Elvis Chapel. This is in Apache Junction, also Superstition Mountain in Arizona. We're going to go see Elvis's chapel. You can keep it going, Bergie. Keep it going.
I'm keeping it going. Got to follow Elvis.
You saw me crying in the chapel.
Oh, it's already very busy. Look who's straight ahead.
It seems just so before bringing in a 100 plus person crew. The effort paid off. In a short few weeks, one of the buildings featured in the film was
You keeping on video, were you?
I got a video.
Those are real strings, baby. Those are real strings.
At about 10:30 p.m., reports came in.
Don't shoot, Elvis. I'm telling you, don't shoot me, buddy. I don't want to be shot, man. I told you before, I'll tell you it again. Don't shoot me, buddy. Don't shoot me. Don't shoot me, man. Don't. You know what I mean? This is a fantastic place. They make so many movies here, and many of them I have not seen, but I know of them. And so this is why I came, because this particular Elvis picture that was made here, this is called Charo. This was a serious picture for Elvis. He opted not to sing in this. He wanted to do his Clint Eastwood type of movie here. But because he was such a magnet with his personality, the Colonel made it so that the scripts weren't always the best. They would really do it really quickly. And so it wasn't the greatest film ever. It wasn't his greatest performance. But it's not because of him. All right, these are the many films that were filmed in this area. And some of the great people ever as actors were here. And one of them is the most decorated military person in American history, right there, Audie Murphy. So Audie Murphy was an amazing person, and Birgit and I have video here on YouTube where we went to his birthplace and where he lived. And he's quite an amazing person. And this is the different actresses here. This is Stella Stevens and Jason Robards, and a movie that they made there. And we recently went to where Stella Stevens is interred at the Hollywood Cemetery. That's Jason. Is that Jason Robards there, or is that?
The Jason Robards.
Right there. This is a very famous actress that most people never heard of. Her name is right there, Ida Lupino. And I wish more people knew who Ida Lupino were, because I have a great joke. Ida Lupino was very famous, and I always say I knew her brother, Phil Lupino. I always get to laugh, but only if you know who Ida Lupino is. If you have to explain the joke, it doesn't work. There's Clint Walker, amazing guy, just really amazing.
He was short, wasn't he?
He was like 6'7", just an incredible muscle man. That Michael Dante, I know Michael Dante. I'm going to see him in June 2025 this year. He's an amazing person. This film is an incredible film about the bravery of Indians, so that is really, really good. But he was in some of the many TV shows that were here. So it's an interesting thing about the movie industry. A lot of it was done actually in the Hollywood area. But then they go out just for the sake of having different backdrops.
Called location shooting.
Look at my wife. She knows everything.
I know everything. Location shooting.
Yeah, and so this was one of the locations that they had. Now, a lot of this burnt down a little while ago, and they reconstructed it. There's Burgermeister.
Yes. This is a rocky ride.
That is a rocky ride. Superstition stage.
Okay. Oh, I paused. I stopped. That's okay. Yes.
I'm just coughing. I don't know how to stop my coughing. Gotta stop. And I gotta stop hanging around.
The bad part about your coughing and hanging around is that the sun is in our eyes. So why are you hanging around again, Jack?
keep hanging around here, baby.
Watch this. Do it again.
I keep hanging around here, baby. No news is good news.
Oh, very good. That's my Jack. The puns keep coming.
All right, there was a lot of noise that just came up, so Brig and I thought we're going to do some voiceover here. So this area is actually Apache territory, but it was also Comanche and it was also Hopis. And then they fought each other.
Hopalong Cassidy.
Yes, he was also in this area too. And
This is Apache Junction. This is barn was part of the set, which is now something we get to walk through.
yes, this is really fascinating. So if you're interested in movie history, as Bridget and I are, we're going to get a lot of quiet on the set, backstory information about how movies are made. There's the director's chair and the producer's chair.
I like
The
that
different-
TV.
That's an old TV, and I remember having a TV like that. How about you, Bergie?
Oh yeah. Well, since we're both old, that fits in our category.
We're not old at all.
We're vintage.
We're-
Anything over 25, by the way, is considered antique. Did
We're
you know that?
approaching-
So we're antiques.
We're approaching middle age.
Oh, there you go.
So, and we're so vibrant and strong and happy. The happy is the great thing.
I
right?
love that happy camera.
Isn't
Look at
that
the size
fantastic?
of that monster, and that probably wasn't even one of the biggest ones.
Hey, quiet on the set. It said that's why we turned the sound down to do voiceovers.
We're very well trained.
Yes. So,
Anyway, I like this right there with the Elvis thing, and then Ronnie Reagan, and the one next to it. That they made those strips looking like old-fashioned film. I thought really cute touch, nice touch.
and there's the location certification. We're just scratching the surface on the different movies that were made here. Every famous actor you can think of.
Well,
they're-
when we came, we didn't know they made all these other movies here. We came because of wanting to see Elvis.
It's because of Elvis, and I'm a huge Elvis fan.
And so then we find out they're doing all the other movies here too.
Yes.
And TV shows. What was it? The Big Valley, and I forget, Gunsmoke, and I don't remember what else.
There is,
Kenny Rogers.
yes, and
Before
Bruce
he died.
Boxleitner,
Oh, yeah, that's right. He was in a lot of westerns.
and that's
That's
Linda
right.
Evans.
Yeah.
That
She was
there.
a tiny little thing.
Yeah, she's quite brilliant too, and
Yes.
yes, and
Oh, yeah,
I-
that's right. She left her shoes, a pair of shoes, and one of her western blouses for the little museum here. You can see how tiny she was.
yes, I have backstory about Linda Evans, and also, oh, there it is.
What?
Person is Slim Pickens.
Which one? The one on the left or
The
the right?
yeah, the one on the left, the tall guy. He's very funny, and he has that great scene in the movie "Love That Bomb," Doctor Strangelove, and how I stopped worrying, where he's writing the bomb down and going Yahoo! Very funny
At
stuff.
the end of the movie.
Yes,
Yes. So I'll pass on that one.
Marty Robbins, great singer. Kenny Robbins, great singer. It's interesting how these great singers can really be.
Kenny Robbins or Rogers?
Kenny Rogers, thank you,
Okay, I
Bertie.
didn't know if he had a brother, Marty.
Death Valley Days, that was a TV show narrated by Ronald Reagan, and actually a large part of that was done in Los Angeles County. And
There
Bridget
he
and I
is,
have been
Stevie
there.
boy.
Steve McQueen, yes. Very interesting person.
Yeah, sad he died young of cancer, but he was in a lot of westerns.
Yes.
And of course filmed out here, which is why he's got the memorabilia here at Apache Junction. By the way, Apache Junction is outside of Phoenix.
Yeah, it's very close.
Yeah,
There's our friend Audie Murphy again.
yeah.
Back to Steve McQueen.
Dead or alive? Did they ever get him?
No, it's a great show.
Wasn't it a series?
Yes, and it was
Okay.
really good. There's my friend Michael Dante on the right, and Audie Murphy on
You
the
like
left.
Michael Dante because he boxed with Elvis and Kid Galahad.
Yes, he was so great in that, but he's so great in so many movies. But that one, oh, and then that's our friend Paladin. Have gun will
Yeah,
travel.
What's that guy's name? The Push-Up King. One push-up.
No, that's a different guy.
That's a different one?
That's Jack Palance.
That's Jack Palance. I know my Schauspielers.
Bergie's throwing some German in there.
Schauspieler. I'm turning into my mother now.
And the actor's name is Richard Boone. And he was Paladin in the TV show Have Gun Will Travel. And then he did a murder mystery also on NBC where he played a detective. I think his name was Heck Ramsey. But a ton of other movies. These are all props. I don't know if that's a prop salad or a prop saddle.
Pop salad, Annie? Anyway.
But they said they're props here.
Yeah, they probably were.
But they all work. I mean, the buggy really works. The saddle is a real
I
saddle.
would hate to travel like that.
So here we are on the outside.
Now you know what the back of the barn looks like.
Yes. And there's the Elvis Chapel way in the back from the movie Charo. It's been in many movies.
Look at that little guy. Hi, little baby.
You know the difference between a burro and a burro? One is an ass and the other is a hole in the ground. So we had a look at that jack axe throw. So you can actually throw those little fake axes, and a nice little play on the words because of the mule that's right there. A very fun place, and look at those beautiful saguaro cactus. And if you know your movies, you find out the movie you like that had a location shot here, you can match it up really easily. Although part of this little town burnt down and they had to relocate some of this, but you're still going to be able to match up movies. So Brigham had a great time. This is much more interesting than I thought. So we're just scratching the surface. And the t-shirt that I bought here, you can only buy here, and that's Elvis Presley. So on behalf of my lovely bride, Burgmeister, this is Action Jack saying we'll be back, and it will be soon, and that's the name of that tune.